All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kwadash, giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutes to all the 144,000 elect. Coming back at you with another lesson, Akim. And yeah, in the year of the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. I just want to get into some of this because I ain't done a video on spiritual power for a little while. And I'm looking at this Doctor Strange in the Multi-Universe of Madness. And this video's this movie, one of the movies. This movie came out 2022. What does Marvel want to tell us? Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange in the Multi-Universe of Madness. So there's a reason why I'm looking at this. Some strange thing happened. Something strange. I want to look at the word. First, I want to look at the meaning. I'll let you in on it as we go through this video. Strange, unusual, or surpassing, difficult to understand or explain. Now, when we start getting into this crossover, which it's always spiritual, but it's going to be more of a crossover. More strange things will start to happen. Hence why we're looking at this word strange, and looked at that so-called superhero, which really he's a sorcerer. Doctor Strange is a sorcerer, a magician. We're going to look at some of his some of the superpowers as well. His superpowers, unusual or surpassing, difficult to understand or explain. We're going to see more crossovers. We're going to see more strange phenomena, things that we're going to find difficult to understand. More apparitions, things that took place in the time of the Egyptians. Those 10 plagues. We're going to see more of these. Unusual, odd, curious. We're going to see more. Peculiar. Jake is a peculiar people, as are known as the peculiar people in Jeremiah 19, or is it Jeremiah 51, talks about the peculiar. We're known to be the peculiar people. The portion of Jacob is not like them. He's the form of all things. Peculiar people. Funny, bizarre, weird. That's why I came up. That's why this came to me. Doctor Strange in the Multi-Universe of Madness. Bizarre. It's bizarre. Right now, I wanted to look at that, man. I wanted to look at all of Doctor Strange's powers. Astral projection, telekinesis, time manipulation, banishment, teleportation, flight, intelligence, dimensional travel, conjuring. Conjuring what? Oh, conjuring spells. Strange. Oh boy, so there's more, but got a little bit of the gist of it there. Like I say, there's a reason why I'm looking at this strange phenomenon. Strange phenomenon. And we're going to hit some precepts too. This could be a very quick one. So something that exists and can be seen, fault tested, especially something unusual. I'm doing this video. There's a method to the madness here, and it's actually been summed up already. Strange is hard to understand or hard to explain. I might find it hard to explain this. Definition of unusual and phenomenal from the Cambridge English Dictionary. So, what does phenomenon mean? I'm going to simplify it. Something that is observed to occur or to exist. It's simply a fact or event that can be observed with the sense, either directly or using equipment such as telescopes. This is the meaning of phenomenon, with the understanding of the word in the general usage. Alright, man, enough said on that. So this one sums it up better. Odd, curious, funny, peculiar, funny, bizarre, unusual, or something difficult to understand. That's it in a nutshell. Something unusual, difficult to understand. So this vision, it was a vision, man. You know, I have to say Salakia because it's hard for me to put this one. The best way for me to explain it is this character here, and the movie that came out, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So we know we're in that time, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, and we've already seen strange things regarding deletions, the chariots. I've got more. I've got a couple more videos on chariots that I'm going to be doing. No doubt, the ones I'm going to see with my own eyes and testimonies, no doubt, because we are crossing over into this multiverse of. You see, they don't make mistakes, man. The Mossad don't make mistakes when he gets these producers, writers to make movies like this. We're crossing over to that, and those apparitions that we're seeing, brothers were talking about it. These strange beings walking through some precinct or some shopping center. We're gonna see more of that. Now this vision, man, this vision was weird. I'm gonna title this video "Strange Vision." Really, it sums it up really here. If I can, I was in some bus, a bus traveling. Everything was cushy and just normal, and all of a sudden the bus went to an edge of a sort of like the edge of the road, and it was like a highway. Sometimes you see them spaghetti junctions, or mainly you see a lot of them in America. Them spaghetti junctions, highway crossovers, and motorways. And we was on this crossover motorway, traveling at a fast speed. In this, anyway. I'm not going to try and explain everything. I don't want to try and make it as simple as possible. So we went over, and we went going so fast. We went over the edge of the bridge, the crossover bridge, on the spaghetti motorway. Went over, and the bus was turning upside down, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, this is it. This is the end. Next thing I know, I was talking out, and I was floating, and I was gliding down as if falling, hitting trees. Next thing I know, I'm not feeling no kind of bad shocks or pain or nothing. I'm gliding down, and trees was breaking my fall, so I was slowing down, and everything was just all in control. Like if you've seen any of these movies, what he's able to do is glide and manipulate, yeah, astral project, time manipulation, slow things down. So I slowed things down, and I glided just before I hit the floor. Boom! It was slow. It went slow, and I glided now, and I touched down on the floor, on my feet, out of that mad drive, and it was a mad drive, like a roller coaster, So that was one event. Next thing I know, I'm in some kind of event in fighting people off and running. It was just like from one thing to another, and then I was walking, and as I was walking, I just felt like very, very grounded, like as if I was powered up. So dimension travel. Oh boy, the vision was crazy, man. The vision was crazy. So it was like this: Doctor Strange in the multi universe of madness. It was mad, strange vision. Now I'm going to hit some precepts. That's the best way I can describe it. It was strange, being like in a bus, but on a roller coaster, Spaghetti Junction roller coaster. It tipped off, went upside down, spinning all around. I came out somehow. I managed to glide through some trees. The trees broke my fall. I slowed down. It totally broke my fall. So before I hit the ground, it was like slowed down, slow motion, and I landed on my feet. Now, just to sum it up, I'm just going to hit some precepts. Straight and simple as that. It's the best way I can describe it. And if any more of the vision comes to me, past time, with this part as time goes on, Abu Ratazar, I'll bring it out more. But it just led me to do this video and bring out these precepts, which is a good thing. Psalms 91 and verse 1. We're going to read, security of the one who trusts in the Lord. So even though I said, boy, this don't look too good, there was always that hope that I'm going to get out of that. Yeah, you understand? There was always that in the back of my mind that the Most High going to deliver me. Security of the one who trusts in the Lord. Now, it don't just come. You have to have that trust in the Lord. You have to have that trust and that confidence in the Lord. Whatever situation, drama, conundrum that you have to put, that He wants you to go through, He wants you to go through, and He's going to bring you out of it. That confidence and trust we have. Let's read. Psalm 91 from the top says, he that dwelleth in the sacred place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Right, man. He that dwelleth in the sacred place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Now, the whole of this, I could read the whole of this. But I just want to hit these points, bullet points, just to make the point. When you move down, he says in verse 11, he says, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone. So that's the precept that come to me as I woke up and I was reflecting on that vision, meditating on that vision. It was last night that even though I was turning all over the place, you know, in that mad drive, some kind of mad bus drive, roller coaster. That's the closest thing that I can explain. A mad bus ride that was started out normal, then it turned out into a roller coaster, which when you symbolize Jacob's trouble, that's how it's going to be in the spirit. It's a roller coaster. And even brothers have their testimonies that sometimes they're going through a roller coaster of their own. And it's going to pick up momentum according to this term that was coined this year, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And some of us are going to have to be in the thick of it too. And this was the vision that I was in the thick of it. There was one thing after another, but I was delivered. There was more than just that deliverance from that bus drive. There was other things too. But I remember contemplating that I had a certain ability that if I needed to use it, which was spiritual power, I'd have to say it. If I needed to use it, I was going to be able to use it, man. As far as picking up cars and flinging them. Yeah, they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Right, I want to look at this word here. They shall bear thee up in thy hands. Now Satan's doing some drilling. I can hear it. Satan doing some drilling as I just started to do this video. Now you can't make this up, Satan. Right, man. Dash thy foot against thy stone. Hands. Let's look at the word hands, because there was definitely some intervention, some divine intervention, while I was being carried, while I was fell out of that bus in that high speed drive, fell out of the bus. The trees, you could describe them as hands that broke my fall before I hit the ground. I hit the ground so slow and I landed on my feet. So that's what it was like. Palm, hands, soul, palm of the hand, the hollow of the flat of the power. So it was the angels, man. The angels came, intervened for me and broke my fall before I hit the ground. That's all. That's it. Hand shaped. Oh! I didn't look this up. I didn't look it up. Hand-shaped branches of fronds of palm trees. Handles. That's it. I didn't look this up. This is all the spirit. Hand-shaped branches or fronds of palm trees. Well, there you go. There you go. I don't need to say anything more. There was an intervention of the angels using the trees as hands and branches of fronds. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I need to bring out. The Most High He says that his hands lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Right, man. That's all I need, man. That's all I need. That's all I really want to bring out. So, the security of one who trusts in the Lord. Psalm 91 from the top again. He that dwelleth in the sacred place of the Most High, right? When Jacob troubles starts to pick up momentum and they start to throw the kitchen sink at us. The sea hip, that's being spoken about now. The new dragon juice. Is it JN1? I think it's called. Over here it is anyway. That's what they're calling it. The new Juki jab, and they're gonna try and be subtle with it as they did with the last 1, 2, and 3. And over in America, there's a new variant. In China, there's a new variant. So it's going to be they're going to try and make it mandatory, no doubt, or just be very subtle to introduce it. And then the problem reaction solution before you get the MOTB, they're going to make that mandatory, which we know there's places where it's already very popular and people are brandishing it in your face like it's something to be proud of. There's videos on that. So he that dwelleth in the sacred place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So this is all about trusting in the Lord. Don't matter what come about. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. Right? All these sea hips, variants in the air now. Now they're talking about over in Spain. They're telling them they're starting to wear their masks now, the dirty mask, them, which is very against your natural nature to be able to breathe. You need to breathe oxygen. You need to take in that oxygen, man, and that's gonna stifle your airways, your oxygen intake. So that's just one of them. That's just one of them among all the other things that they're doing. The chemtrails, all them kind of nasty things that they're putting out there in the air. People talking about mosquito are carrying something, and they've got ways that they can do things in their laboratories. The physicians and their warlocks conjure up things and conjuring up spells in the spirit. So we're not aware and we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Thou shalt not be afraid, right? Whatever they come with. He shall cover thee, for Psalm 91. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings thou shalt trust in his trust shall be thy shield and buckler. Let me take my time and read that again. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His trust shall be thy shield and buckler. Right. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. This word keeps on coming up, trust. I must be allowed to look up that just that one more word. I trust. I have confidence. To be confident. To be bold. To be secure. To trust in him. In this hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. So it was a roller coaster. And yeah, in the spirit, the symbolism out of that vision, that strange vision, comes out. Yeah, there may be some roller coasters we may have to pass through before the Most High deliver us out of them. My refuge. Now the Spirit's making me look up these words. I had no idea I was going to be looking up some of these type. Anyway, let's just go into it. Refuge. H4268. So they start out strange, these visions, but there is a method to the madness. This is not my movie. This is not our movie. I'm just a pawn in this movie, which is directed, produced, and written by the Most High God, Yahweh. Refuge, shelter from rain or storm, from danger of falsehood. So all these things we're going to be sheltered from, man. Shelter from rain, storm, from danger of falsehood, tornadoes, hurricanes, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Right? Don't matter. Don't matter when you talk. When you whatever you think about, whatever your imagination can come up with, whatever strange imagination that you can think of. Strange, Doctor Strange in the multi-universe of madness. Whatever imagination that Satan going to be throwing at you, you're going to be able to manipulate it via the angels, the power of the Most High. And he's very strange, and we looked at the word strange. And this dream was very strange, but the Most High made it, Abarat are making it plain, unusual or surpassing difficult to understand or explain. Unusual, odd. But the Most High said what? He said you're gonna be my fortress, my refuge. Another word here. I just looked at the word refuge, my fortress. It's hard for me to not look at the curiosity wants to look into some of these words. In the Hebrew, mistood. Stronghold. Oh, pray. You can't make this up. Pray. Stronghold. Pray. Right, pray. So that's our fortress. That is our fortress. That is going to be our deliverance to get out of it. Castle. Defense. That is our defense. That is our castle. Stronghold. Stronghold. Castle. Defense. Prayer. You can't make this up. Stronghold to be hunted. Strong place. Yeah, the Most High's name, his name is a strong tower. Unto it the righteous run and are delivered from it. Need I say more, Akim? Need I say more? Man, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yashai. The water to Yahweh Shem Yashai. I'm putting the spirit on me to do this video. We're going to end off and read this one again in 10 of Psalm 91. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Right, all these things that they're conjuring up in their laboratories, right? These strange number names they give them, all different type of names, because they know specifically there's so many different ones. They have to title them. These variants, which another movie just come to my mind there. You got Doctor Strange, and then you got the Carnage, Venom. Let there be carnage. That's another one. And there's gonna be carnage. There's gonna be carnage, man, all around us, man. Yeah, we're gonna see how many people gonna be dropping. Here it is, 7. So there's gonna be carnage. Psalms 91 and 6 says, "No for the pestilence that walketh in night darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday." I must be allowed to read 5. "Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fleeth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness." Right, these variants, all these different type of variants. Some say they came out of Ammon or Moab, China, Japan, or Chinese, and whatever the case may be, in their laboratories. It's been said, but that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. We ain't gonna be afraid of these. Yeah, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near thy. It ain't gonna come near thy. People gonna be dropping like flies, and it's not even an exaggeration according to what we just reading here. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand. People gonna be dropping like flies, man. Yeah, only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Right, and I was seeing a lot of that too. People driving, and I just knew I was walking, and I just felt that secureness, that safety, that stronghold within me. That And that came down to me trusting. After that deliverance, there was no doubt in my mind from being delivered from that crash, bus crash, and it toppled from a distance. It was from a high distance of a road that gave way, or we just went off the rails, and we was tumbling over, and I managed to land on my feet. I ain't never gonna. By the way, I don't believe I'm ever gonna forget that vision, because that was um, a faith booster, a strange vision which was a faith booster. And there is a method to the madness. Hence, we're looking at this precepts here. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. All right. Again, all these chemtrails, what variants that are out there, probably more than we can even think about. Our bodies are fighting them off every day. Our immune system, which brothers did mention that people have come out and tried to come to them in all different type of ways. Guns, that a lot of guns, and it's legal to carry guns over there in America and a lot of those states. We hear about that, and you got the and you've probably been probably us over here in England there's probably been attempts at deleting us, and that's what the brothers were talking about over there in LA. The elders and the brothers were talking about. There's probably been attempts that they tried to delete us, and we was unawares. Like you got those planes, those drones. Brothers were saying that while they was doing their out-day Saturday camp, drones was going around and just going over their head, going around, and it was watching them. Who knows what the drone was doing or trying to do? They got so much technology, so there may have been attempts already, right? Hence that dream. There may have been attempts to delete us, and we wasn't even aware of it. Yeah, there shall no evil befall thee, despite the attempts that they tried to do things to us via the food, the water, the air, and the strange the strange multiverse of madness. What they've been coming at us, throwing the kitchen sink, and some of us have been so unawares of it. But it's like some of those cartoons when you see everything's falling around next to this person or behind the person, and he's not even aware of it. You know them mad cartoons, Bugs Bunny and all them kind of mad cartoons where he's walking and things are happening all around him. He's just oblivious to things falling around and mashing up around him, and nothing's touching him. He's just walking and his head's in the clouds. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, for there shall no evil befall thee. Right? And some of us have things that we can specifically say we've been delivered from. And I can say some things, but for another video, I can say some things even before I was awoke to this truth, deliverance, and near death scrapes out of certain situations. I may have mentioned some of them in the past, but there's more. Right? Neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, for he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. Right, man. Thou shalt bear thee up in thy hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Bear thee up. One more. I must be allowed to read. As a matter of fact, let me just read that one there in another translation, just to see something here. In thy hands thou shalt bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. They will hold you up with their hands, so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. They will hold you up, and talking about they're the angels. They will hold you up with their hands, so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. That's the elect. He's talking about the elect. Right? So that's the 144,000 and the great crowd. The Most High going to deliver us, despite going through roller coasters. According to that vision. And according to Psalms 91, all the things that are going to befall us. but they will hold you up with their hands so you won't even hurt your foot on a stone. Man, that was a faith boosting vision, man. Fresh off the press last night. One more NIV. They will lift you up in their hands so that you will not stroke your foot against a stone. You won't even graze your skin. You won't even graze your little bunion on your foot. Boy, that's funny, man. All praises to Yahweh Shai. The one at Yahweh Shai. Once again. One more word. Oh, I might have missed it. Might have to go back. Oh, there it was. They shall bear thee up. There we go. 53, H53, 75. Lift up. To bear, carry, support, sustain. You can't make this up. To bear, carry, support, sustain, endure. And we're going to need that divine intervention to endure. Yeah? In this hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, we're going to need support to be sustained, endure. Yeah, the famine that's already in at its early stages. Let me say that the famine of the word and also of food that is in its early stages will need to be supported, to sustain, to be able to endure. We're going to need to be sustained. The Most High, he provided a lot of his prophets, Elijah, with food as examples. Also, yeah, that's the one off the top of my head. Elijah provided him with food via a bird, a sparrow, if I'm not mistaken, came to him and he gave him food, and he was provided drink too from a well. So food and water, and he done that. He showed that example. That's one example. There's others too, and he's gonna do it again. He can do it. The Most High is the master of strange, the strange multiple universe. He's the master of the universe. The writer, the director, the script writer, whatever else. Script writer, the promoter, the producer. Right. To take away, carry off. Oh, there you go. And one of my videos I entitled it, Mercy is the currency for salvation. So, Abaratazar, we be merciful too, so that we can receive mercy, forgiveness. Forgiving our brothers so that we can also have that in our hearts so that the Most High can forgive us. Because that's the currency. And that's what's going to be, we're going to be trading. Right? Because we're not going to take it's not going to be the greenback. It's not going to be the MOTB. Right? It's not going to be just strength alone. Yeah, even though we talk about spiritual power, that's not going to be the currency. The ultimate deliverance, which the Most High is going to have to show us mercy to give us spiritual power. So yeah, mercy for any kind of support we get. The Most High we're gonna need to be praying for mercy ultimately. Mercy, forgiveness, and faith and trust. Those are the root words. To be lifted up, to be exalted. And in that time when he come in like a flood, Most High going to lift up a standard. He's going to exalt us, lift up a standard. To lift one up, rise up. To be born, be carried. To be taken away, be carried off. To be swept away. And that's what that's what all the women they talk about. They want a man, what they say, a prince in armor, to sweep them off their feet. A young prince in armor to come and sweep them off their feet. That's what that's the women's, well, in the olden days they did, but now they're talking about the boss bitch and all that kind of foolishness. I want to be a boss bitch, strong independent woman. But growing up, I remember they wanted that young, handsome prince, a knight in shining armor to come and sweep them off their feet. Sweep them off their feet. So who is our knight in shining armor? And we are his woman. Yeah? Yahshua Allah. The so-called, the elect. The elect again. The elect are his woman. And Yahweh Shai, he is our knight in shining armor. So we need to keep on praying for forgiveness and mercy and displaying it to be so that we can be what? To be taken away, be carried off, be swept away. That's our knight in shining armor. Yeah, so that's what we want. Our rutters are. And spiritual power is going to be implemented upon those he has mercy upon when they're coming like a flood. Isaiah 59 and 19. Exalted support, aid, to desire long, oh boy, carry, bear continuously, to take away. All these words are appropriate words to take away. Oh, there you have it, man. To be taken away, be carried off, be swept away. And he is, Yahweh Shai is our knight in shining armor, and Yahshua Allah wants to be swept away by our knight in shining armor, Yahweh Shai. Need I say more? Abarakazah, the water once again to put in the spirit on me to do this video. Psalms 91 and 11 says, For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. And we looked up those words, man, to carry us in his hands, which the branches in that vision were symbolic. The branches that broke my fall from me crashing to the ground were the branches, were the trees, were his hands. We looked at the word, so you can't make this up, were a symbolism of his hands. The branches, the tree branches that broke my fall, and we've seen it in movies. People can fall out of helicopters, fall out. That was in Rambo, as a matter of fact. That was in Rambo, the movie Rambo. He fell out of the helicopter, and the trees that he continuously was falling through was breaking his fall before he hit the ground, so he's able to survive. So it's all spiritual, man. It's all spiritual. The angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. I must read it one more time. For he shall give his angels, his hands, the spiritual hands, the angels, charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. The water to Yahweh Shai, putting the spirit on me to do this video. Strange dream, strange vision. In the multiverse of madness, what does Marvel want to tell us? Strange vision. Shalom, we on to the next.